The beginner's method, also known as the Pochmann method, is the simplest and easiest method to solve the clock puzzle. It is really easy to learn and it is identical every solve, being able to be used by all skill levels from first-time solvers to sub 5 seconds. This method, being the beginner's method, involves no simultaneous moves and no memorization. There is a flip, it has a max move count of 14, and it is averagely ergonomic. Okay, now onto the tutorial. A clock has 4 pins which we can move up and down. If we have a pin up, moving a corresponding dial will move all the clocks around any up pins. For example, if we have this top right pin up, moving this dial will move these 4 clocks. If we put this top left pin up, moving any of these dials will move these 6 clocks around the up pins. Third pin will move these 8, and a fourth pin, all the pins up, will move all 9 clocks. We can move dials in which the pins are down, like this. However, for this method, we will not be doing this and only turning up pins. Alright, so now if you have a clock, scramble it up and we'll go move by move on how to solve it. You can start on either side of the clock, and for this tutorial we're going to start with the red marker at the top indicating 12 o'clock. Start by putting the bottom right pin up and moving the bottom right dial so that this middle clock matches the top clock, like this. So these two are now the same. Then put the bottom right pin down and put the upper left pin up. For the second move, turn the top left dial to match this pair of clocks with this right clock, like this. So now we have an L shape. Put the top left pin down, put the top right pin up, and then now match this L with this left clock. And we're going to use this top right dial because of this up pin. So now like that. Now we've matched all these 4 clocks to make a T. Keeping the top right pin up, now also put the top left pin up. And you can use either of the top dials to match this T with this bottom clock. So we're going to use either finger. I'm going to use my left finger to match this with this clock. So now, hopefully now you have a cross with all these 5 clocks matching. I'm going to put all 4 pins up and turn any dial to make everything match 12 o'clock indicated by this red marker here. This is the end of the first step, and now we're going to flip the clock along the y-axis. And that is done like this. Now, at the start of the tutorial, I mentioned that we'll never be turning a dial or a pin that's down. And that is extremely important now in the second step. For the remainder of the solution, it is crucial that you only move a pin that is up, as not doing so will mess up the other side. And to start this side, we're going to be doing the exact same thing as we did on the other side to make the cross. So we'll see if you remember. Bottom right pin up, match center clock with top clock. Pin down. Top left pin up, use the top left dial to create an L with these 4 pieces. Pin down, top right pin up, match the L to this left clock like this. Now keeping the pin up, we're going to put the left pin up and then match this T with this bottom clock like this. Now do not put all the clocks to 12 as we're going to do this at the end, but now we're going to solve each of these 4 corners in the final step. We're going to do this one by one like we've been doing in the past, matching what we've solved already to an unsolved corner. So I'm going to start with all the pins up and I'm going to put any one pin down. So I'm going to choose this top right. And we're going to be turning the dial of any up pin to match the cross, aka what we've already solved, to this corner, aka what we haven't solved. So I'm going to use this top left dial since the top left pin is up. I'm going to be matching this with the top right clock because the top right pin is the one that's down. So we're just going to do that. We're going to put the top right pin up. And now I'm going to choose another pin to put down, in this case the top left pin, and we're going to do the same thing. I'm going to use the top right dial because the top right pin is up to match everything we've solved to this top left clock because the top left pin is down. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to put the top left pin up and repeat. Bottom left pin down, match, bottom left pin up, bottom right pin down, and match that to that. So now after doing that 4 times, hopefully everything's the same, and after putting the bottom right pin up, we're ready for the final move, which is with all the pins up, use any dial to match it to 12. Hopefully, if you did everything correctly, not only should this side be solved, but the other side should be solved as well. So that's the method. Solve one side cross, match to 12, flip, make the cross on the other side, solve the 4 corners, and then put everything to 12. It's really quite simple. This is a list of moves as a single summary in plain English, and this is a list of moves in clock notation. Alright, I'm now going to do a quick example solve, repeating exactly what I did, just a bit faster. If you know how to scramble clock, you can follow the scramble on screen. However, if not, any scramble will do. Alright, we're going to be repeating the same thing, starting with the bottom right pin up, match the middle clock to the top clock, bottom pin down. Putting the top left pin up, matching this pair to this right clock. pin down. Remember, we're only turning pins that are up. Top right pin up. We're going to be turning this top right dial to match this to this. Keep the pin up. Top left pin up. Use either dial to match the T to this bottom clock. And now everything up and match everything to 12. Doing a y-axis flip like this. And the same thing. Bottom right pin up. Match. Pin down. Top left pin up. Match. Pin down. Top right pin up. Match. Keep it up. Top left pin up. Match like that. Corners, putting all the pins up, and we're going to choose a corner to start with. I'm going to choose this top right corner, and we're going to use either of the dials to match to the corner. Pin back up. We're going to put the top left pin down and do the same thing. Now that's matched. Pin back up. Bottom left pin down. Match like that. Bottom left pin up. Bottom right pin down. Match. Everything up. Match 12. And then now that should all be solved. And that is the beginner's method to solve clock, and despite its name, it is actually quite a viable method to get competitive, and there are some really good clock solvers in this world who still use this method. They use many optimizations that I will talk about in my next episode of this series. However, you can also move to other methods which are a bit more advanced, but could be faster when you learn them. Thanks for watching, and please consider subscribing. See ya.